Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm in the monument area of Newcastle, where I'm going to be continuing my walk to uncover Newcastle's rich history. In the first part of this series of films, I started at Haymarket and finished here at Monument. I will leave a link in the description to part 1. So coming up in today's video, we'll be continuing our walk from Monument down to the Sandhill area of the city on the Quayside. So let's dive right in and see what historical facts we can come across in this area of the city. So starting at Monument, outside what used to be the booksellers, Mason, Swan and Morgan, the 6 wrought iron street lamps you can see were installed in this location, as one of the partners in the business was Joseph Swan, the inventor of the incandescent light bulb, which he invented in 1878. These lamps date back to around 1902 and were made by W.H. Knowles and T.R. Milburn. They used to be gas powered but have now been converted. There was also a 4 on Hood Street around the corner, but at the time of filming looks like there's only one remaining on this street. Hood Street was named after John Lionel Hood, Mayor of Newcastle between 1834 and 1835. Hood Street also includes the Northern Counties Club, a Grade 2 listed building from 1839, from when Richard Grainger redeveloped the city centre. Originally built as housing, it was later a hotel before its current use. The Northern Counties Club is one of the oldest private members' clubs, established in 1829, with Earl Grey as one of its founding members. Moving further down Grey Street, you come to the Lloyds Bank building, located on the corner of Grey Street and Market Street. It was originally built as houses and a bank for the Northumberland and District Bank in 1839. Moving down to the Theatre Royal, which dates from 1837, but this is not the first of its name. The original Theatre Royal opened in Mosley Street in 1778 and was demolished in 1836 as part of Richard Grainger's plan to redevelop the town centre with the construction of Grey Street. Sadly, the only remaining evidence of that theatre is in the shape of a back alley on the former site named Drury Lane. The theatre was designed by local architects John and Benjamin Green and features one of the country's finest theatre facades. In 1901, a grand auditorium was added, designed by Frank Matcham, after original interior had been destroyed by fire in 1899. Across the road from the Theatre Royal is the former Turk's Head Hotel. This is where the suffragettes had stopped for refreshments on their march from Edinburgh to London in 1909 and celebrated the release from prison of Newcastle suffragette Kathleen Brown. Apparently, the Beatles wrote "She Loves You" while staying at the hotel after playing at the Majestic in 1963. Before I continue my journey, looking down Grey Street, I think it's probably one of the best looking streets in the whole of the United Kingdom. Moving down to Mosley Street, which is named after Alderman Mosley, who was an influential figure in the development of the city. And on the 3rd of February 1879, Mosley Street became the world's first public road to be lit by incandescent light bulb, invented by Joseph Swan. As we continue our walk down Dean Street, we come to Low Bridge, which was one of the bridges which crossed the Lord Burn. The Burn was once a deep-sided valley which was filled in, and the burn was diverted to its outflow in the River Tyne near the Guildhall. So this is how Dean Street got its name. On the other side of the road you have Cathedral Stairs. As the name suggests, the narrow passageway leads to the rear of St Nicholas's Cathedral. The narrow opening, called Painter Hugh, it's amazing to think now that before the Dean was covered over, boats, called painters, were used to ferry goods from larger vessels on the Tyne would be moored here. It is also one of Newcastle's medieval streets that still remains today. Looking at the Dean Street Railway Arch, you can see the original 1848 arch at the back and the Charles Harrison 1894 extension at the front. The extension has a larger span of 106 feet, while the original has an 80 feet span. The building we're looking at now is Milburn House, built in 1905 by Alderman J.D. Milburn, a member of another prominent land and ship owner family. The maritime connection is reflected in the linear-like shape and the deck style A to G labelling of the floors. The interior was restored in the early 1990s to its original arts and crafts style and befits such prestigious office accommodation. This area used to be Cale Cross, or the Market Cross, which is now situated at Blagden Hall. Continuing a little further down, this is where the side becomes Sandhill. Sandhill is a street near the riverfront that has been used as a quayside since Roman times. The street was named Sandhill because it used to be a hill of sand when the tide was out. The land gradually reclaimed by dumping rubbish there from the 12th to the 15th century. There was a thriving market at Sandhill by the 16th century. Many prominent merchants owned property on the Sandhill. However, in the late 18th century, the suburbs became more fashionable for the richer merchants. The original Guildhall was commissioned by Roger Fortin, was completed in the early 15th century and had to be demolished after being badly damaged by fire in 1639. The new building was designed by Robert Fortin and completed in 1655. By the early 19th century, the north and south elevations had been refronted. And the Guildhall is also where the Lower Burn enters the River Tyne, as I mentioned earlier in the video. Before I wrap this video up, please let me know in the comments below what your favourite part of Newcastle's history is. Also, please give the video a massive thumbs up as it really helps my channel grow, and if you've not already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit that bell notification for when I release more videos. A massive thank you for watching. See you next time on 55 Degrees North.